everybody, it's your boy, the Sixth Psycho Surgeon, the Operator, and I'm joined here today, yet again, by the Reaper.
I'm back again, fuckers.
There you go. Alright, so, the topic right now, P.S. if you're wondering, hey, why isn't there another, episode of Shadow Warrior? We're into 3 episodes of Real Talk, and it was supposed to be an episode of Real Talk, episode of Shadow Warrior, and maybe some montages in between. Actually, there's a problem right now. It deleted my shit. So, which is my own fault, so it's alright though. I can recover it. It's no problem. I can recover it. I'll get it out tomorrow. I'm gonna go ahead and post this one tonight, so when you hear this one, when you see this one on here, this was just recorded. Okay, for the topic for tonight is going to be why now. Okay, Metal Gear Solid has been voted to be Game of the Year. Okay, it got 5 out of 5, 10 out of 10, 10 out of 10, 15 out of 15, 5 out of 5s, it's gotten all good reviews. But the problem that I see is everybody saying, oh, that's going to be Game of the Year because it's Metal Gear Solid, it's the Phantom Pain, it's a Metal Gear Solid. Metal Gear Solid games always do good. Here's the problem. MGSO, Metal Gear Solid Online, that's what's going to hold it back some. That's what's going to go, that's what's going to make it fall off,
that's gonna
okay?
Fuck it up.
Right.
It's not going to make it fall off. It already fucking fell.
Now, what we're going to talk about is... Exactly. Now, what we're going to talk about is why Fallout 4, and this is not just because me and Reaver here both are avid Fallout players and avid Fallout fans, but why Fallout 4 is going to be Game of the Year. Because it's Fallout. Alright, later.
Yeah.
Nah, I'm just kidding. Alright, seriously though. It's going to be, let's be honest, okay? Let's dissect this. Fallout 1, back when they didn't have a Game of the Year. Fallout 1, look up the titles. People stated this game could be the Game of the Year before they actually had an official title. Fallout 2, this game could be the Game of the Year. Fallout 3, Game of the Year. Fallout New Vegas, Game of the Year. If the other ones had, back then if they had a Game of the Year title, they would have claimed it. Fallout is such a well-built, well-constructed, well-story-written game that it's kind of impossible to go against the fact that it's going to be Game of the Year. Now, a lot of people are saying, well, that's not fair. I mean, just because it's a Fallout game doesn't mean it should automatically be granted the title before it even fucking comes out. Well, here's the problem. Matter. Yeah, I mean, it really doesn't matter. It's we know. I hate to be one of those people that relies too much on a company. I mean, look at Advanced Warfare. Advanced Warfare.
I'll be one of those people. Let me do it.
All right, go ahead.
We all know that Fallout 4 is going to be Game of the Year. For number one, Bethesda doesn't fuck around with Fallout. It ain't just one of their titles that they just throw on everything. That's Elder Scrolls.
Yeah, unfortunately it is.
Fallout, they work on it hard. Like, they've been working on this Fallout ever since what? Fucking halfway since 3 was done?
No, they actually started work on it. They released the information that they actually started work on it right before they actually started work on Skyrim. Yeah. It was supposed to have Skyrim graphics. As we know, it's going to surpass those graphics tenfold. But it was supposed to actually have Skyrim graphics and very similar gameplay to Skyrim. It was going to change it up a little bit. But Skyrim was the main focus because they already released the Fallout title, New Vegas, so Skyrim was the main focus. So they eventually just kind of pushed up under the shelves. And when they started doing that, and then the demand for ESO Online, or, ESO Elder Scrolls Online, when that came out, I mean, that's when, it was just bad timing, really, for the game at the time. Now, granted, it's great because they already had an idea in mind. They already knew what they wanted to do. They already knew, what happened, what was going on, and that's great and all. But if they would have continued working on it, if they would have literally worked on this game straight for 5 years, this game could be Game of the Year for the next 5 years. I mean, it's just one of those things. I mean, nobody can deny it. Fallout has always had a solid story. Solid campaign story. It's always had great mechanics. It doesn't matter how buggy the game can be. When you have an open world game with a map that huge and minimal loading points, you're going to have those problems. It's something you cannot avoid. It's unavoidable. And I mean, what's your thoughts on that, Reaper?
It is unavoidable for the whole, you know, the glitches and stuff and the lowering the maps because of the map that's fucking huge is a Fallout map. It like Fallout 3. That felt like it fucking went on forever.
Right.
Now Fallout New Vegas, they kind of cut back on that, but they added better gameplay, and it wasn't as stiff. But Fallout 3 was all about the adventure, though. That's why I kind of like Fallout 3 better. I lean towards that more. That's why I'm excited for Fallout 4, because you're exploring all of Boston, and there's gonna be fucking Fenway Park. It's gonna be amazing. I mean, you can make your own fucking houses.
Yeah, it's gonna be the shit.
Gonna be glitchy. And when you open doors, there ain't no fucking loading screens.
Right. And you see, that's the biggest thing. I do expect, in my opinion, to see some bugging. It's kind of hard not to say, you know, it's kind of hard not to say I hope there's none or I don't think there will be, but to say there better not be any buggy glitches or anything like that. It's
because
now.
Just to add to that, there is no way there's gonna be no bugging. But there's not fucking 3 million Bethesda team members.
Right.
When you get the product out to the community, out to the players that actually love to play Fallout, they will report back about the bugs and shit, and that's how Bethesda fixes it. They don't have 3 million people sitting on their fucking computers and their PS4s just going, oh hey, let's find out the fuck-ups. Right.
I mean, yeah, it's impossible to do. I mean, things have got to advance. I mean, take for instance, you see, there's games that, you know, include the de-evolution progress, or the de-evolution. God, I'm sorry, I'm getting over a cold. I'm having to swallow a lot because my throat is just itchy. The de-evolution process. It's the de-evolution process. Games like Advanced Warfare, Phantom Pain, Metal Gear MGS TPP, games like that, they have a de-evolution process, which means it starts off great, and then as it works its way down the road, it's not because people were bored with it. It's Elder Scrolls Online as well. It's not because people were bored with it. It's because they add so much stuff that they literally ruin their own game.
I call it the update syndrome.
Yeah, update syndrome. There you go. And you know, like Advanced Warfare, when it first came out, honestly, we all knew Black Ops 3 was going to be coming out, but honestly, I didn't know if they were going to be able to top it. I really didn't. I was like, you know, I'm a big Treyarch fan, but I was like, you know, Treyarch's really going to have to work hard because this game is amazing. And then they started the de-evolution process. They added so many updates. They buffed all the guns. They added microtransactions, which we already know how me and him both feel about microtransactions. They added microtransactions. They added so many things that made the game so unfun. It literally turned it bad from the Metal Gear Phantom Pain. Phantom Pain. It started out great. It was such a cool story and all this kind of stuff. Granted, I got it when MGSO came out already, but knowing, you know, Reaper here playing it, 90% of my friends on my PS4 play it. I know people personally that play it all the time. It started out great. The minute they added that little gleam of hope for the online, everybody was like, yeah! And then the minute they pitched it out, guess what? Returned copies. I literally have not seen one returned copy. Went into GameStop today. I was browsing around. I saw in my GameStop 7 copies returned. Now, that may not sound like a lot, but I live in a small town. I only know about 7 to 8 people who play that damn game. There you go. Yeah. So more than likely they were their returns, because a lot of people, weren't around here where I am. I was talking to a lot of people. I know a lot of the gamers in the community. They weren't really interested in it. They were waiting for Fallout 4 and Black Ops 3. So, you know, people are returning it. They're not happy with it. They're starting the de-evolution process. That's something I do not foresee with Fallout, and that's something that I hope Bethesda will never succumb to doing. That, and with the added, you know, feature of being able to actually mod the maps and allow modders to, you know, create their own, and you as well, you the player. And I'm talking to you viewing this right now. Be able to create your own story after you've beaten it or even before. I mean, that's amazing. The game is literally never ending at that point. Reaper?
Although the mods ain't gonna come out till next year.
Right, right. Well, yeah, I mean, they don't come out till next year, but the upside is there's hope. There's a gleam of fucking hope.
There's hope for it.
And, you know, Black Ops 3, I don't know about you guys, but I am so excited. You know, I have the Black Ops 3 title. That's in honor of Black Ops 3. Now, I will go back to my original, and hopefully by then I will get my software that I've been wanting. Now, I'm picky. I know everybody's telling me, oh, just get this Studio 13 Platinum and all that. I'm not saying if any of you are watching this that you YouTube, because I know a few YouTubers actually watch my videos. If you're using that, I'm not saying it's a bad software. I'm not. I'm really not. But I want to invest in a good software that's going to last me forever, that I'm never going to have to upgrade if I want to do something different. And that's Sony Studio 16, I believe. That software is like $450. But it is literally limitless. There's so many extensions and add-ons you can add on to that software. It's just amazing. It's never ending in the possibilities. So, you know, hopefully by then I'll have my studio software. I can edit the videos and create my own custom intro and everything like that. But until then, we will be going back to the Boulder Gates and the graveyard. Reaper, what's your thoughts on the way everything's going with Fallout and Black Ops?
I'm loving the way everything's going with Fallout. It's going according to plan, honestly, because Bethesda, they've never lied to any people about Fallout. Everything's always been truth about the source of Bethesda. Never lied about any fucking glitches, anything that's not in the game. Heads up, we got news about Fallout. Now you find out that power armor, it's not going to be able just to get sent back to that home you created. You gotta walk that motherfucker back yourself. So I hope you like seeing a bunch of road, because that's going to be a blast. And I'm being a smart ass with that. I mean, it's going to be fun, obviously, because Fallout, it looks like unlimited possibilities. Plus, the reason I think Fallout 4 is going to get Game of the Year hands down is because Fallout is never short on content. They're fucking, it's hours and hours of gameplay, and you can't get bored. You really can. Just like Fallout New Vegas and Fallout 3. Now, I'm not gonna lie, I didn't get bored of Fallout 3. It's fucking amazing. Fallout New Vegas, the map was a little boring, because once I heard the term New Vegas, I was like, well, we're gonna be seeing a lot of fucking dirt.
So Reaper, what's your final verdict? Do you think Fallout 4 is going to be Game of the Year? Because I do. I think it's going to be Game of the Year. Do you think it's going to be Game of the Year, or do you think it's going to be Game of the Year for the next 5 years?
I think it should be Game of the Year for the next 5 years, Operator, because it's just, it comes to the heart and fact that Bethesda works. I'm not trying to put down any other game developers, which I kind of am. But Bethesda works really fucking hard on Fallout. They always make sure it is A++ material. They always make sure it's going to get a great review. Not a decent review, like, holy fuck balls, this was amazing kind of review. Now, Metal Gear, that's what I got an issue with, because once they put that online out, because people were bitching and bitching on the forums and Twitter, like, when's the online coming out? When the fuck is online coming out? And then they put online out, and it's broke as fuck. Plus, Konami's starting to add microtransactions in Metal Gear, which ain't making it happen. So I don't think Metal Gear deserves Game of the Year at all. Do I think it's an amazing single player? Yes. But fucking online, no. So my final verdict is Fallout 4 is going to be Game of the Year for like the next 5 or 4 years. Back to you, Operator.
You heard it directly from the Reaper himself. Yes, I do. I think, and this is going to sound strange because there's actually been never a Call of Duty in history to be Game of the Year, but if Fallout 4 does not make Game of the Year, I'm sorry just for that multiplayer and how good that multiplayer is. And a lot of people kind of say that I'm wrong when I say this, but it's revolutionary. I'm sorry. They took failed after failed after failed attempts and ideas, and they said, we're gonna do it right this time, and fucking Treyarch made it right with their jetpack and 3D maneuvering system. They actually made it right. They improved on Titanfall. They fucked up Advanced Warfare with their jump shit and made them look like shit. They fucked over Halo and their bunny hops. I mean,
Yeah.
you know, that's all we can really say. Well, anyway, guys, we're out of time for this one. The new video will be uploaded tomorrow for the Let's Play. I might even upload another video right after that, directly after that. Go ahead and upload that for you guys to see. This has been your boy, the Sixth Psycho Surgeon, the Operator. That right there is the Master of Disaster, the Reaper. And you know the deal, we be out. Peace.